Hey, everyone, and welcome back to the Book Summary Podcast.
Yes, welcome back, everyone.
Today, we're diving deep into Can't Hurt Me,
Yeah,
the incredible story of David Goggins.
that's right.
He's an ultra-endurance athlete, a former Navy SEAL, and someone who constantly pushes the boundaries of what we think is humanly possible.
Right.
If you're ready to challenge your own limits and discover the power within,
Yeah,
you're in the right place.
you are.
Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more in-depth book summaries.
Yes, please do that.
Like-
Think hurt me.
It's fascinating
Yeah.
because it's not just a biography
Right.
or a self-help manual. It's a raw and honest account of Goggins' life,
Yeah.
from a truly harrowing childhood to his incredible achievements as an adult.
Right.
He doesn't sugarcoat anything.
Definitely not for the faint of heart.
Mm-hmm.
But Goggins' story is so powerful
Yeah.
because it shows us that we're all capable of so much more than we think.
So let's get into it. The book starts off with Goggins' childhood.
Okay.
And honestly, it was a nightmare.
Yeah, it was really rough.
He grew up in a constant state of fear and abuse at the hands of his father.
At the hands of his father, yeah. So imagine.
Yeah, imagine being forced to work grueling hours
I know.
at your family's roller rink, Skateland,
Yeah.
while enduring physical beatings and psychological manipulation.
Just.
It was a living hell for Goggins and his mother, Jackie.
Yeah.
This trauma really shaped his early views of himself and the world,
Right.
creating a deep-seated insecurity and lack of self-worth.
Yeah, and there's this one story that really stuck with me.
Oh,
Goggins was just 8 years old when his father held a gun to his head.
oh, wow.
It's hard to even fathom the terror of that experience.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Um,
That's a pivotal moment in the book.
Yeah.
Goggins talks about how this incident and the constant threat of violence
Right.
essentially numbed him to fear later in life.
Right. It's almost like he developed this psychological armor,
Mhm.
a way to protect himself from the emotional pain.
Yeah.
You know?
It's a heartbreaking example of how early trauma can shape our lives.
Absolutely.
But amidst all this darkness, there's a flicker of hope.
Yeah.
His mother, Jackie, shows incredible courage and resilience.
Yes, she does.
Despite having limited resources and facing an uncertain future,
Right.
she eventually escapes the abusive relationship.
She does. Yeah.
Jackie's escape is a testament to the strength of the human spirit.
It really is.
She knew she had to protect herself and her sons, and she found a way to do it against all odds.
Against all odds.
It's a powerful reminder that we always have the choice to break free from our circumstances,
We do.
no matter how difficult they may seem.
Yeah, no matter how difficult.
Absolutely. And if you're finding this deep dive insightful so far,
Yes.
don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.
Please do.
We'll be bringing you more inspiring stories and life-changing lessons from the world of books.
More to come.
Now, unfortunately,
Unfortunately, yeah.
Goggins' struggles didn't end after he and his mother escaped his father.
Right.
He faced obesity, academic failures, and a general lack of direction in his late teens and early 20s.
Yeah, he really did.
This period is crucial to understanding Goggins' transformation
I think so.
because it highlights that his mental toughness wasn't something he was born with.
Right.
It was forged through struggle and self-discovery.
It was, yeah.
He was at a point where he was disgusted with himself, saw no future,
Right.
and decided he needed a radical change.
He needed a change. Yeah.
This is where the accountability mirror comes in.
The accountability, Maria.
So one of Goggins' most well-known strategies.
It is.
Okay.
So picture this.
Yeah.
Goggins stands naked in front of a mirror
Okay.
and confronts himself brutally.
Wow.
He lists all his flaws, failures, and insecurities.
Okay.
He uses the mirror as a tool for radical self-honesty, forcing himself to acknowledge the gap between where he was and where he wanted to be.
It's a pretty intense exercise,
It is intense.
but I think it's something we can all learn from.
Absolutely.
It's about taking ownership of our shortcomings and using them as fuel for growth.
Yeah.
Instead of avoiding our weaknesses, we need to confront them head on.
That's right.
Goggins argues that the accountability mirror helps you break through the layers of self-deception
The layers, yeah.
and get to the core of who you are and what you want to achieve.
That's the idea.
It's about taking full responsibility for your life, even the messy parts.
Even the messy parts, yeah.
So true.
Right.
And Goggins really puts this principle into action when he decides to join the Air Force.
He does.
This meant losing a significant amount of weight
Yeah.
and overcoming a deep-seated fear of failure.
Overcoming that fear, yeah.
Um,
He sets these ambitious goals.
yeah.
and commits to an incredibly rigorous training regimen.
Right.
Remember, he was over 300 pounds at this point.
I know, it's crazy.
And he had to shed over 100 pounds in just 3 months to qualify.
The sheer discipline and willpower he displayed are mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing.
He completely transformed his diet,
Mm-hmm.
pushed himself to his physical limits,
Pushed himself. Yeah.
and refused to let any obstacle stand in his way.
Wow.
What's interesting here is that Goggins didn't rely on some magical secret or shortcut.
No, he didn't.
He simply outworked everyone else.
He did.
He embraced the pain and discomfort of the process because he knew it was necessary to achieve his goal.
Yeah, he embraced it.
It's like he turned suffering into his superpower.
That's a good way to put it.
But even with all his hard work and dedication,
Yeah.
his journey to becoming a pararescueman in the Air Force took an unexpected turn.
It did, an unexpected turn.
Didn't it?
Yeah.
It did.
Goggins was diagnosed with sickle cell trait,
Right.
a condition that he believed would prevent him from fulfilling his dream of becoming a pararescueman.
Oh, wow.
Fear crept back in,
Hmm.
and he made the difficult decision to leave the program.
He later describes this as one of his biggest regrets.
He does.
A moment where he let fear dictate his actions.
That fear came back.
It's a reminder that even the toughest individuals can be vulnerable to self-doubt.
Absolutely, they can.
But what's important is that Goggins learned from this experience.
Yes.
He realized that he had allowed fear to hold him back.
You did.
And he vowed to never let that happen again.
Never again.
And this setback ultimately led him down the path to becoming a Navy SEAL, right?
It did, that's right.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine Goggins sitting at home,
Okay, yeah.
feeling defeated after leaving the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
He stumbles upon a documentary about Navy SEAL training,
He does.
specifically the infamous Hell Week.
That's right, Hell Week.
And something clicks.
Yeah.
A fire is ignited within him.
A fire is ignited, that's a good way to put it.
He becomes obsessed with the challenge,
Mm-hmm.
with the idea of pushing himself beyond anything he's ever experienced.
Beyond anything, yeah.
But there's one major problem. He's still overweight.
Oh, right, he is.
Right. He had gained back a lot of the weight he had lost for the Air Force.
He had, yeah.
It seemed like an insurmountable obstacle.
An insurmountable obstacle.
He went to several Navy recruiters,
Right.
but most of them just laughed him out of the office.
He did. They laughed at him.
He was told he was too old,
Too old.
too heavy,
Too heavy.
and had no chance of making it through SEAL training.
Yeah, they said no chance.
But Goggins wouldn't take no for an answer.
He wouldn't.
He knew he had the mental toughness,
Right.
but he needed to get his physical condition up to par.
He needed to, yeah.
And then he meets Stephen Shaljo,
Okay.
a Navy recruiter who sees something special in Goggins,
He does.
a potential that goes beyond his current weight.
Beyond the way, yeah.
Shaljo becomes Goggins' advocate and gives him a shot.
He gives him a shot, yeah.
But there's still the issue of the Navy's strict weight requirements.
Right.
Goggins has to lose over 100 pounds again.
Over 100 pounds again, wow.
And this time, he has even less time to do it.
Even less time, that's tough.
The pressure must have been immense.
I can imagine.
But this is where Goggins' ability to transform negativity into fuel really shines.
It really does.
He tells this incredible story
Okay.
about working as an exterminator
Okay, as an exterminator.
and encountering a restaurant that was completely overrun with roaches.
Oh, no.
It was a scene straight out of a horror movie.
I can imagine.
But Goggins used that feeling of disgust,
Okay.
that overwhelming sense of being surrounded by something he hated,
Yeah.
and channeled it into motivation.
Wow.
He started running, pushing himself further each time,
Hmm.
using the memory of those roaches to fuel his workouts.
The roaches, wow.
Okay, that is wild.
That's wild.
Talk about turning lemons into lemonade.
Yeah, exactly.
But it worked, right?
It worked.
He met the weight requirements and was finally ready to tackle SEAL training,
Okay. SEAL training.
the legendary BUDS program.
DUDS. Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
But getting to BUDS was just the beginning.
Right.
Goggins knew that SEAL training was going to be the most physically and mentally challenging experience of his life.
I bet.
He had heard stories about Hell Week,
Oh, yeah.
the 5.5 days of sleep deprivation,
Sleep deprivation.
constant physical exertion,
Constant.
and relentless psychological pressure.
Relentless. What?
It's designed to break even the strongest individual.
Dying to break them. Yeah.
And remember,
Remember what?
Goggins was still battling the lingering effects of pneumonia
Oh, right.
from his time in pararescue training.
Yeah.
It's almost unbelievable that he even made it to Hell Week,
Unbelievable.
let alone thought he could get through it.
I know, right?
But his determination was unwavering.
It was.
He was ready to face whatever Hell Week threw at him.
Whatever it threw, yeah.
And trust me, yeah,
Okay.
Hell Week throws everything it has at the candidates.
It does.
It's a constant barrage of cold, wet, and sandy misery.
Cold, wet, sandy.
You're pushed to the edge of exhaustion, sleep deprived,
Sleep deprived.
and constantly bombarded with orders and challenges.
Orders and challenges, yeah.
Sounds like something out of a nightmare.
A nightmare, yeah.
How did Goggins even survive the first few days?
How did he?
He had to tap into a level of mental toughness that most people don't even know they possess.
Wow.
He kept reminding himself why he was there,
Okay.
what he was fighting for.
What he was fighting for.
He envisioned himself succeeding, even when his body was screaming for him to quit.
Even when his body was screaming, wow.
He talks a lot about visualization in the book, right?
Visualization, yeah.
It's this idea that you can train your mind to overcome challenges
Okay.
by mentally rehearsing success.
By mentally rehearsing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Goggins believes that by vividly imagining yourself overcoming obstacles
Okay.
and achieving your goals,
Right.
you're essentially creating a mental blueprint for success.
A mental blueprint. Okay.
It's like pre-programming your mind to handle the pressure and adversity when it comes.
When it comes, yeah.
Wow, that's powerful stuff.
That's powerful.
But even with all the mental preparation in the world,
yeah,
Hell Week is still brutal.
it's still brutal.
There are stories of candidates hallucinating from sleep deprivation
Oh, wow.
and pushing their bodies to the point of collapse.
To the point of collapse, yeah.
And remember, Goggins wasn't going into this in peak physical condition.
He wasn't, no.
He was still recovering from pneumonia,
Pneumonia.
and he had developed stress fractures in both shins from all the running and training.
Stress fractures.
Wait, stress fractures.
Oh, wow.
So he's going into the most demanding week of SEAL training with broken bones.
He is.
Yes.
Yeah.
But instead of letting the pain stop him, he found a way to push through.
He pushed through, yeah.
He describes this crazy story of taping his legs together with duct tape to create a makeshift cast.
Duct tape.
You're kidding me. Duct tape.
Seriously.
He knew it would be excruciating,
I bet.
but it was the only way he could keep going.
The only way.
The duct tape provided enough support to allow him to run,
Okay.
although he said the pain was almost unbearable for the first 30 minutes of each run.
Wow, I can imagine.
I can't even imagine.
It's tough to imagine.
But it's amazing how the human body can adapt and endure when the mind is committed.
The mind is committed, yeah.
Absolutely.
Goggins' story is a testament to the power of the human will.
It is.
But even with his duct-taped legs and unwavering determination,
right.
Hell Week had one more challenge in store for him.
Oh, no.
A challenge that would push him to the brink of his physical and mental limits.
Oh, no. What happened?
Yeah.
Well, during Hell Week, there's this infamous evolution called drown-proofing.
Drown-proofing.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Okay.
Candidates are bound hand and foot and thrown into a pool.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah,
They're essentially forced to experience controlled drowning.
they are.
Yep, and the goal is to test their ability to remain calm and execute specific techniques under extreme stress.
Under extreme stress, yeah.
Oh,
It's a terrifying experience for most people,
it is.
especially those with a fear of water.
Especially, yeah.
And Goggins had a lifelong fear of water,
He
right?
did.
He talks about it in the book.
Yeah, he does.
He does.
And he knew that drown-proofing was going to be one of the biggest challenges he'd face during Hell Week.
Right.
He describes it as the ultimate mind game.
Wow, so he's going into this evolution injured,
Injured,
sleep deprived,
deprived,
and facing his worst fear.
and facing his worst fear. Wow.
Talk about pressure.
That's a lot of pressure.
It's almost unimaginable, right?
It is, yeah.
But instead of panicking,
Right.
Goggins did what he always does.
What's that?
He leaned into the discomfort.
He leaned into it.
He used his fear as fuel,
Okay.
reminding himself that this was just another obstacle to overcome,
Another obstacle, yeah.
another opportunity to callous his
To
mind.
callous his mind. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but how do you mentally prepare for something like controlled drowning?
How do you... Yeah, that's a tough one.
Goggins used visualization techniques,
Okay.
just like he did for the physical challenges.
Right.
He repeatedly imagined himself successfully completing the drown-proofing evolution,
Okay.
focusing on his breathing, his movements,
Mm.
and the feeling of being in control.
In control. Yeah.
He also talks to himself,
Okay.
reminding himself that he's stronger than his fear,
Stronger than fear.
that he can overcome this challenge.
Overcome it. Yeah.
It's almost like he's creating a new mental script,
For new script. Okay.
replacing the fear and panic with confidence and determination.
Usual confidence.
Exactly.
So,
He's retraining his mind to respond differently to the trigger of being underwater.
To that trigger, okay.
And what's amazing is that it works.
It worked?
He completes the drown-proofing evolution without panicking,
Wow.
proving to himself that he can control his fear.
He can control it.
It's a powerful reminder that we have more control over our minds and our emotions than we often realize.
That we do.
But let's not forget, Goggins is still battling those stress fractures and the general exhaustion of Hell Week.
Right. He is.
Did he ever consider quitting?
Did he?
There's a moment during one of the long-distance runs
Okay.
where Goggins' body is completely spent.
Completely spent, yeah.
He's in excruciating pain,
I bet.
and he's tempted to give up.
Okay.
But then he sees a group of instructors watching him,
Oh.
waiting for him to break.
Waiting for him to break. Yeah.
Talk about pressure.
That's pressure.
Knowing that you're being scrutinized,
Yeah.
tested to your limit.
Yeah.
It must have been incredibly intimidating.
Incredibly.
It was.
Yeah.
But instead of succumbing to the pressure,
Yeah.
Goggins uses it as fuel.
He uses it as fuel. Okay.
He tells himself that he's not going to let those instructors see him quit.
Okay.
He's going to prove to them,
Mm-hmm.
and more importantly to himself,
To himself.
that he's made of something tougher.
Made of something tougher, yeah.
He turns the situation into a mental challenge,
A mental challenge, okay.
a test of his will.
A test.
It's incredible how he can find strength in the face of adversity.
It really is.
It's a testament to his mindset.
To his mindset.
He's constantly reframing challenges as opportunities for growth,
Has opportunities, okay.
reminding himself that pain is temporary, quitting is forever.
Quitting is forever, yeah.
So he pushes through the pain, ignores the exhaustion,
He does that.
and keeps going.
He keeps going.
But does he actually make it through Hell Week this time?
Does he?
He does.
He does.
Against all odds, Goggins completes his second Hell Week.
Wow, what an accomplishment.
He graduates with Class 235 and officially becomes a Navy SEAL.
He's a SEAL.
Wow, what an accomplishment. He achieved his dream after years of struggle,
Yeah.
setbacks, and unimaginable pain.
Unimaginable.
It's a testament to the power of the human spirit,
It is.
the ability to overcome any obstacle when we set our minds to it.
When we set our minds to it, that's right.
It's a powerful reminder that our limits are often self-imposed,
They are.
and that with the right mindset and a relentless pursuit of our goals,
Mm-hmm.
we can achieve anything we set our minds to.
Anything we set our minds to, yeah.
But Goggins' story doesn't end there.
It doesn't.
In fact, it's just the beginning.
Oh, wow.
Well, after becoming a SEAL, Goggins could have easily rested on his laurels.
Yeah, he could have.
He had achieved what most people would consider a lifelong dream.
A lifelong dream, yeah.
But Goggins isn't wired that way.
He isn't.
He's constantly seeking out new challenges.
Minor challenges, okay?
New ways to test the limits of his physical and mental endurance.
His physical and mental endurance.
He takes the can't hurt me philosophy to a whole new level, right?
He does, a whole new level.
Exactly. He dives headfirst into the world of ultra-endurance sports,
Ultra-endurance sport.
competing in some of the most grueling races on the planet.
On the planet, wow.
We're talking about races that would break even the most seasoned athletes.
That would break them, yeah.
Okay, give us some examples.
Some examples, yeah.
What kind of races are we talking about?
Well, one of the most famous races Goggins competes in is the Badwater 135.
Badwater 135.
It's a 135-mile run through Death Valley
135 miles.
in the middle of summer,
Wow.
where temperatures can soar above 120 degrees Fahrenheit.
135 miles in Death Valley heat.
Yeah.
That sounds absolutely brutal.
It is brutal.
It is. It's considered one of the toughest foot races in the world.
One of the toughest, yeah.
But that's not all.
There's more.
Goggins also tackles the Hurt 100,
The Hurt 100.
a 100-mile trail race in Hawaii with over 24,000 feet of elevation gain.
Wow, 24,000 feet.
It's known for its incredibly challenging terrain and grueling conditions.
Challenging terrain, grueling conditions, yeah.
These races are pushing the limits of human endurance.
They are, they really are.
What drives him to take on these challenges?
Yeah, what drives him?
Is it about winning?
Is it about winning? I don't think so.
For Goggins, it's not about winning in the traditional sense. It's about pushing himself beyond his perceived limits.
Okay.
About proving to himself that he's capable of more than he ever thought possible.
More than he thought possible.
He's using these races as a way to test the 40% rule,
The 40% rule.
to see just how much further he can push himself beyond that initial 40% of effort.
Beyond that 40%.
Exactly. He believes that most people never even come close to tapping into their full potential.
Right.
Because they're too afraid of pain,
Afraid of pain.
discomfort,
It's discomfort.
and failure.
And failure, yeah.
Goggins embraces those things,
He does.
uses them as fuel to propel himself forward.
Propel himself forward, yeah.
There's a story in the book about Goggins entering a 100-mile race with absolutely zero training.
Zero training.
It's almost unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
It's true. He decides to compete in the San Diego one-day 100-mile race on a whim,
On a whim.
with no preparation whatsoever.
No preparation.
He just shows up and starts running.
He just starts running. Okay.
Okay, wait, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
Even for Goggins, that seems a bit reckless.
A bit reckless.
It might seem that way.
Yeah.
But for Goggins,
Yeah.
it was another opportunity to test his limits,
To test those limits. Okay.
to see what his body and mind were capable of when pushed to the absolute brink.
Yeah, the brink. Mm-hmm.
So what happens?
What happened?
Does he actually finish the race?
Does he finish?
He does.
He does. Wow.
But it's not without consequences.
Okay.
During the race, Goggins suffers severe kidney damage.
Kidney damage. Oh, no.
He's literally pushing his body to the point of failure.
That's the point of failure.
Okay, but he keeps going.
He keeps going. Wow.
Wow, that's both inspiring and terrifying at the same time.
Inspiring and terrifying.
It's a testament to his willpower.
It is.
But it also raises questions about the sustainability of this approach.
Yeah. The sustainability.
Is it healthy to push yourself to those extremes?
Is it healthy? That's a good question.
It's a valid question.
It is.
And one that Goggins himself acknowledges in the book.
He does.
He's not advocating for recklessness or self-destruction.
No, you know what?
He's trying to show us that we're all capable of far more than we think.
That we are.
But it requires a willingness to embrace discomfort
Okay.
and push past our perceived limits.
Push past those limits.
It's about finding that balance between pushing yourself
Right.
and knowing when to pull back.
Knowing when to pull back. Yeah.
It's about listening to your body
Mm-hmm.
while also challenging your mind to overcome its limitations.
Challenging your mind. Yeah.
Exactly. Goggins' story is a powerful reminder that we have the power to choose our response to adversity,
We do.
to embrace the suck and use it as fuel for growth.
Embrace the suck. Use it as fuel. Yeah.
But it's not just about physical endurance.
It's not.
You're right.
Okay.
Goggins applies this philosophy to every aspect of life, right?
Every aspect. Yeah.
He calls it the mind game.
The mind game. Yeah.
He does. He
Yeah.
believes that our minds are our most powerful tools
Powerful tools.
and our biggest obstacle.
And our biggest obstacles.
Mm-hmm. He argues that if we can master our minds,
Yeah.
we can master our lives.
can master our lives. That's right.
So how do we win this mind game?
How do we win?
What
Yeah.
strategies does Goggins offer?
What strategies? Okay.
He emphasizes the importance of self-discipline,
Self-discipline,
visualization,
visualization,
and embracing discomfort.
embracing discomfort. Yeah.
He also talks about the need to identify and eliminate empty habits
Empty habit.
and bullshit activities
Activities.
that drain our energy
Right.
and prevent us from achieving our goal.
From achieving those goals. Yeah.
It's about being intentional with our time and
Be
energy,
intentional. Yeah.
making conscious choices that align with our values and aspirations.
Conscious choices.
Exactly.
Goggins challenges us to take a hard look at our lives.
Yeah.
And ask ourselves,
Okay.
what are we tolerating that we shouldn't be?
What are we tolerating that we shouldn't be? That we shouldn't be? That's a powerful question.
It is a powerful question.
It makes you think about all the areas in your life
Yeah.
where you might be settling for less than you deserve,
Less than you deserve. Yeah.
whether it's in your relationships,
With
your career,
Your career.
or your personal growth.
Personal growth. Yeah.
Goggins argues that we often tolerate mediocrity because we're afraid of failure,
Afraid of failure.
afraid of discomfort,
Afraid of discomfort.
afraid of what other people might think.
What other people think.
He challenges us to confront those fears,
To confront them. Yeah.
to push past them,
To push past
and to embrace the possibility of greatness.
the possibility of greatness. That's right.
And he doesn't just talk about it,
Right.
he lives it.
He does.
Goggins sets these ambitious goals for himself,
Ambitious goals.
like breaking the world record for pull-ups.
Okay, pull-ups.
And then he meticulously plans and executes his strategy for achieving them.
Wow.
There's a story in the book about his pull-up world record attempt
Yeah.
that really stood out to me. He spent months mentally preparing,
Okay. Mentally preparing.
telling himself that the record was already his,
The record was his. Okay.
that it was just a matter of time before he officially claimed it.
Wow.
That's a great example of how Goggins uses visualization and self-belief to achieve seemingly impossible goals.
Seemingly impossible, yeah.
He's not just hoping to succeed.
Right.
He's expecting it.
He's expectant.
He's already claiming victory in his mind,
Okay, in his mind.
which fuels his determination
Yeah.
and gives him an edge over his competitors.
On the edge.
It's almost like he's creating a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Self-fulfilling, yeah.
He believes it so strongly
Yeah.
that it becomes reality.
It becomes reality. That's powerful.
Exactly. And that's the power of the
The
mind.
power of the mind.
If we can convince ourselves that something is possible,
Yeah.
that we're capable of achieving it,
Right.
then our actions will follow suit.
Her actions will follow. That's right.
But it's not just about positive thinking.
It's not just about that.
Goggins also emphasizes the importance of taking action,
Taking action.
of putting in the
We're
work,
putting in the work.
of embracing the grind.
Embracing the grind, yeah.
He's a firm believer in the power of hard work and dedication.
He is.
He says that talent and natural ability will only get you so far.
Only so far.
It's the willingness to outwork everyone else,
Outwork everyone.
to push yourself beyond your comfort zone.
Beyond that comfort zone.
That truly separates the extraordinary from the ordinary.
Extraordinary from the ordinary. That's a good way to put it.
It's not about being naturally gifted.
Right.
It's about developing an unyielding work ethic
Unyielding.
and a relentless pursuit of self-mastery.
The relentless pursuit.
Exactly. Goggins' message is that we all have the potential for greatness within us,
That we do.
but it requires a willingness to embrace discomfort,
To embrace it.
to challenge our limits,
Challenge those limits.
and to never settle for mediocrity.
Never settle.
This is some seriously inspiring stuff.
It's inspiring.
Goggins' story is a testament to the power of the human spirit,
It is.
and his "can't hurt me" philosophy offers a blueprint for unlocking our full potential,
Blueprint. Yeah.
both physically and mentally.
Positive, physically and mentally.
It's a reminder that we're all capable of far more than we think,
We are.
but it requires a willingness to embrace the suck,
Embrace the suck.
to push past our perceived limits,
Push past them.
and to never stop striving for greatness.
Never stop striving. That's right.
So what does this all mean for our listener?
For listeners, yeah.
How can they apply these principles to their own lives?
How can they apply them?
Well, Goggins offers a number of practical strategies in the book,
He does.
but I think one of the most important takeaways is the importance of self-awareness.
Self-awareness.
Self-awareness. How does that tie into the "can't hurt me" philosophy?
How does that tie in? Well,
Goggins argues that we can't change what we don't acknowledge.
what we don't acknowledge, right?
We need to be honest with ourselves about our weaknesses,
Our weaknesses.
our fears,
Our fears.
and the things that are holding us back.
Holding us back, yeah.
It's about taking ownership of our lives,
Ownership.
both the good and the bad.
Good and bad.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And once we have that awareness,
Yeah.
we can start to make conscious choices that align with our values and our goals.
Conscious choices. Like
It's
that.
about identifying the bullshit in our lives,
the bullshit.
the things that are draining our energy
It's draining our energy.
and preventing us from reaching our full potential.
Reaching our full potential. And then it's about taking action to eliminate those things.
Right.
To create space for growth.
Yeah.
And to focus on the things that truly matter.
It's a process of constant self-reflection
An adjustment.
and adjustment, a journey of self-discovery and self-mastery.
A journey. That's a good way to put it.
Exactly. And Goggins' story is a powerful reminder that it's a journey worth taking.
A journey worth taking. Yeah.
So if you're feeling inspired to push past your limits and embrace the suck,
Yeah.
Goggins offers some specific strategies in the book that can help you get started.
He does.
He talks about the importance of setting clear goals,
Clear goal.
breaking down those goals into smaller, more manageable steps,
Smaller steps.
and developing a consistent routine that supports your progress.
The routine. Yeah.
He also emphasizes the importance of visualization,
Visualization.
self-talk,
Self-talk.
and finding accountability partners to help you stay on track.
Accountability partners.
It's about surrounding ourselves with a positive and supportive network of people
The positive network.
who believe in our potential
Who believe in us.
and who can help us push through our limitations.
Push through.
But Goggins' philosophy is not just about achieving external goals.
It's not just about that.
It's also about cultivating inner peace
Inner peace.
and finding meaning and purpose in our lives.
Meaning and purpose. Yeah.
He emphasizes the importance of self-reflection,
Self-reflect.
mindfulness,
Mindfulness.
and gratitude.
Gratitude.
He encourages us to take time each day to connect with ourselves,
Connect with ourselves.
to appreciate the good things in our lives,
Your good things.
and to focus on what truly matters.
Focus on what matters. Yeah. This is about developing a sense of inner strength and resilience
Inner strength.
that allows us to navigate the inevitable challenges of life with grace and
The
fortitude.
grace and fortitude, yeah.
It's about finding peace amidst the chaos
Finding peace.
and embracing the journey even when it's difficult.
Embracing the journey. Goggins' story is a powerful testament to the transformative power of the human spirit.
It is. It really is.
He shows us that we're all capable of far more than we think.
Far more.
But it requires a willingness to embrace discomfort,
Embrace discomfort.
to challenge our limits,
Challenge your limits.
and to never give up on ourselves.
Never give up, yeah.
His Can't Hurt Me philosophy offers a blueprint for unlocking our full potential,
A blueprint.
both physically and mentally,
Physically and mentally.
and for creating a life that is meaningful
Meaningful,
purposeful, and fulfilling.
and fulfilling. That's a great point.
So what does this all mean for you listening right now?
For you listening,
What's one area of your life where you've been holding yourself back?
holding yourself back.
What's one dream you've been too afraid to pursue?
One dream, yeah.
Goggins would say,
He would say what?
embrace the suck and go for it.
Embrace the suck and go for it. I love that.
He'd remind you that you're capable of far more than you think, and that the only thing standing between you and your dreams is your own self-doubt.
So take that first step, challenge yourself, and see what you're truly capable of achieving.
And that concludes our deep dive into David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me.
Yes, that's it for Can't Hurt Me.
We hope you found this episode inspiring and insightful.
I hope so. It's a powerful book.
If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more book summaries and conversations about personal growth and self-improvement.
We've got lots more great content coming up.
And as always, we'd love to hear from you.
Yes, please leave a comment.
Leave a comment below sharing your thoughts on the book and how you plan to apply Goggins' Can't Hurt Me philosophy to your own life.
Yeah, let us know what you think.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you in the next episode.
See you next time.
Until then, keep pushing those limits. And remember, you can't hurt you.